I spent a week pulling apart the funnels of the biggest AI coaches online: Nick Saraev, Nate Herk, Sabrina Ramonov, and one more, Andrew Kroeze. Every single video, every landing page, every lead magnet, and every price. I put it all on one giant board, and this is it. And here's what I found. They're all running the same machine, the same 4 layers, just different faces on top. And once you see it, I promise you, you can't watch a free AI video the same way again. Because that free content isn't them being generous. The teaching is the trap. Now think about the size of this for a second. Between these 4 people, we're talking millions of followers, tens of millions of views every single month, real money coming in every day. And here's the part that actually bugs me. There are people watching this right now who are better at the real AI work than any of them, and they're actually invisible, they're broke. So this was never about the tech, it's about the machine they built around it. And let me be straight with you why I made this. I'm not here to bash on these people. Honestly, what they built is actually impressive, but I'm tired of watching good people who actually do the work stay stuck because they think they need a better tool or a smarter trick. No, they don't. They just never saw the machine, so I'm going to show you the whole thing with the curtain pulled all the way back. So stick with me because by the end of this you will see all of it, the exact content they post, and why, the little trick they use to capture you where the real money is actually hiding, and then the best part, exactly how to build this machine for yourself, at your size, even if you got 0 followers today. So let's get into it. First, what I actually did, so you know this is real. I took these 4 coaches and I pulled their whole businesses apart. Every single reel, every free course, every community, every single price. And I mapped all of it into this one board, the one you're looking at right now. So there's nothing here to guess, it's all pulled straight away from their own pages. And it all comes down to these 4 layers. Layer number 1, the content. That's the free videos and reels. Layer 2, the lead magnet. That's how they grab your details. Layer 3, a free community. And layer 4, the paid backend. The last one is where the money actually is. And funny enough, it's the layer you never get to see. So let me just show you. Layer by layer, starting with Nick. Now Nick's arrive around 400k subs, and basically all of it is tutorials. But here's the clever part. He doesn't run one funnel, he runs 2 of the same videos. A creator site that sells his community and a separate agency that sells done for you work. Watch how the 2 connect. Start with his content, and it's not random at all. The videos he posts the most are the tool and workflow builds. Stuff like NAT webhooks, step by step, or make a realistic AI voice agent you can sell for example, 1.5k. And the job of this is that simple. Get found in search, bring in people who've never heard of him, that's the white part of the funnel, the front door where everyone first lands. Then come the money videos, the one that show a real result. How I hit 20k a month, watch me start and sell an AI service in 10 hours, and the thumbnail always shows the dollar number big. These do one job, they turn cool tech into wait, this can actually make me more money. And that right there is the moment a stranger starts to trust him. Then they offer niche videos, how I start AI consulting, the easiest 10k ever, $1,000 is simple, and this skill the one thing that stops people from buying. The but I don't know how to sell excuse is actually gone right now. So now he's not just a guy who show you the tools, he's a guy who tells you exactly what to sell and to who. And then the big one, the value bombs. 2 to 12 hour courses, given away for free. They look like paid courses, white thumbnails, him teaching for hours, so you almost feel dumb ignoring them. He barely posts these. But they build the deepest trust of anything he makes. And here's a smart bit. He's totally fine making no money from them because the person who sits to a 10-hour free course, that's the person who will buy anything else. Right, that's layer number 1. Now layer number 2, capture. This is the single most copied move in the whole space. On every single reel you comment a word and he DMs you with a link. Comment video for example, you get an AI video tool. Comment W, you get this 2-hour free NAT training. Comment voice, an AI voice tool. Then Claude, onboard system, personalize. Look how many he's actually running at once. And here's why it's a word and not just a link in the caption. 2 reasons. 1, the comment spikes the reel. More comments tells the algorithm people like this, so it pushes the reel to more people. 2, the comment pulls you off the feed and into his DMs, and in the DMs he owns you. He can message you forever. So one little word does 2 big jobs at once. And that's not lazy, that's actually genius. And every single reel it's built on the exact same way. One clear outcome, a word in caps, for example free or new or now, and a comment keyword. That's the whole recipe. He's not being creative every single time, he finds what works and then he just repeats it. And even his profile isn't an accident. He pins 3 best reels right at the top, so they do the heavy lifting all day, every single day, for every new person who lands on his page. And everything else he posts, that just keeps the audience warm in between. Nothing on his page is actually random. He's even got a podcast, the Stacked Podcast, where he sits down with other people in the space, and that does the same job, just a bit slower. But he gets more trust in return, more new faces, and every single guest brings their own audience along with them. So even his podcast fits the exact same funnel. Now the next step, the cheap lead magnet his gum wrote, a roadmap to 20k a month, name your price, so basically anyone can grab it for a few dollars or even for free, for example. And his whole store is full of these templates, prompt packs, NA10 systems, all cheap, and every single one of them is quietly pushing people towards his real offer, which is this, the Maker School, his paid community. For example, $184 a month, and for example 2,500 members inside, so you can just do your math inside of your head. That's hundreds of thousands every single month from the community alone. He even does a daily video for the members, and there's a step above it called MMWM, for example $368 a month for the serious ones. This is layer number 4, and this is where the real money begins to be made. And look at the promise on his page, land your first AI client in 90 days or your money back. Now, if you read it again, he's taking all of the risk from you, so the only question left in your head is why wouldn't I try it? That one line closes more people than anything else on this page. Now the second funnel on this site, he runs an agency called Left Click with a small team, and it does everything for the client, done for you. They've made, for example, over 10 million for these clients. The project starts around 5k and go up to, for example, 50k each. Plus he quietly earns from the tools he tells you to use. So look at what he's actually built. One set of videos feeding 2 businesses and a hidden income stream on top. So that's the whole Nick machine. Free tutorials and value bombs to be found, comment for the link to capture it, a cheap roadmap to warm you up, Maker School on the back to take the real money, plus an entire agency running beside it. Right, that's Nick. Now watch how Nate ran the same machine but with a very different move. Now Nate Herk, around 650,000 subscribers, and get this, he only started in November of 2024. That fast. Same for layers as Nick, but the way he pulls in new people is completely different, and honestly it's brutal to keep up with. Bucket 1, he jumps on the news, Anthropic just beat OpenAI, Cloud just destroyed every single video tool, the real reason, Karpathy joined Anthropic, a shock face on every single thumbnail, big holy text, and there's not much on the actual video, he just drops it within hours of the news breaking, so it's basically gone in a day. But its one job is actually really simple, get him in front of everyone the moment they're all searching for that story. Bucket 2, tutorials, 32 tricks to level up your Cloud Code in 16 minutes, 18 Cloud Code hacks, overwhelmed by AI, just copy my tech stack. He posts this a lot, they get found in search, and he always says the same line, just copy my system. So it never feels like a lesson, it feels like he's sending you his whole brain, and that's a feeling people actually pay for. Bucket 3, the value bomb, a 10-hour Cloud Code course, for example 655,000 views, his single best video, and he just sits there, winning people over, months, even a year after he posted it, he only made it once, and it keeps building trust for him on its own every single day. And bucket 4, the money and offer videos, I turned Cloud into 24/7 trader, the playbook for a $100 million AI agency, the AI offer you can sell tomorrow morning, same job as Nick's money videos, prove the tech, make real cash and hand you over a ready offer. So you've got nothing left to be scared of and nothing left to figure out. Now here's Nate's big move, layer 3, and this is where he's genuinely smart. He runs a free school community, over 330,000 members, free to join, and it looks like the most generous thing in the whole space. But it's not him being generous, it quietly finds his buyers for him. Think about it for a second. Hundreds of thousands of people all in one free room. He drops a 7-day challenge that builds your portfolio, and the people who actually do it, who finish it, who show up every single day, those are the real buyers. He doesn't have to chase them, the room sorts them for him, automatically. And one more thing, being in that room of 330,000 people makes the whole thing feel huge and safe. So when he finally does pitch, it's obvious to say yes. Then layer 4, that free room leads straight into his paid one. It's called AAS+. For example, $99 a month, with over 3,500 members already inside. There's a yearly tier 2, for example $839 a year, that unlocks his best stuff. And look how he keeps you in, a leaderboard with 9 levels so it feels like a game, 100% tech support guarantee, and his best program stays locked for example 168 days, unless you pay for the full year upfront. Every piece of it is built to keep you paying. And under all of it, he's got his own software too. With AI, one honest thing, because I won't just hype these people up, Nate's reviews aren't all glowing, a lot of people struggle to actually make his system work for them. But here's the point, even with that, the machine is still printing, because the machine isn't about whether it works for you, it's about getting you in, reach, capture, sort, and sell. So Nate's twist, it's this giant free community doing all the sorting for him, different move, exact same machine. Right, one more and she might be the smartest of them all. Now Sabrina Ramonov, around 2 million followers, for example 22 million views a month, and she did that all in 15 months. Now that's insane. And she led with the broadest bucket of anyone on this board. Pure money titles. I asked Claude to make me as much money as possible, 5 ways to make money in 2026 with AI, and here's the smart part. She's not chasing AI nerds, she's chasing people who just want to make money, and that's pretty much it. Much bigger crowd, and way easier to sell to, because they already want the result. By the way, this stuff is the kind that keeps people working forever. So she's not chasing the news like Nate, she just posts money and it pulls people in for years. Then tutorials to warm them up, for example 12 ways to use Claude so well it feels illegal, 7 secret prompts that make Claude 10 times better, and notice those words, secret, illegal, they make her look like the person who's already figured everything out. So you feel like you're getting the cheat codes. Nobody wants to miss out on cheat codes, trust me. Then the big free masterclasses to win over the serious one. Claude Cowork 60-minute masterclass, build apps with AI, no coding, full course, same move as the other two. So before she even asks for a cent, people already see how much she knows about stuff. She does the little drama too. CEOs are lying about AI layoffs, the $700 billion AI lie, but here's what's interesting. For her, this is the smallest bucket. And why? Because her money videos are already bringing in new people. Nate needs the news to get found. Sabrina doesn't in this case. So she barely touches it, which is a smart use of her time. Now her lead magnet is softer than the others, a free newsletter full of AI prompts. So if Europe becomes a subscriber, she can email forever. No hard come in this word, just here's something useful, drop your email, and it fits her audience. And layer 4, this is genius a bit. All those money videos and all those free prompts, they funnel into her own software. For example, $29, then $97, up to $499 a month. And here's what's actually different about her. She has no paid community at all. No coaching, just a software, plus a few affiliate links. So she built the audience first, then she built a product to sell them, and honestly, it's the cleanest model out of these 4. No calls, no coaching, just software that runs while she sleeps. So the broadest possible top, the softest capture, her own software is on the back, same 4 layers every time, but there's one more guy on this board and he does the whole thing completely backwards. Now Kroeze, and I'm showing you him on purpose because he proves the machine still works even when you flip every single piece of it. Everything else we just saw sells to beginners, people with no business yet. Kroeze does the exact opposite. He sells to people who already have the business, coaches, consultants, agency owners, people with money already. And his angle is actually different too. The others lead with tools or with money, Kroeze leads with emotion, who you want to become, raw personal stories, so it hits a totally different nerve. It's less make money and more become the person you already said yourself to be. And his proof is heavy. For example, over 10 million made, 122 clients who passed a million a year, 3 times in the 2 comma club, which is just a fancy word for $1 million funnel. That proof does the same job as Nick's dollar thumbnails, it just looks more grown up because his buyers are older and richer. And the back of his funnel isn't just one community, it's a whole stack of them. A for coaches and consultants, for example 47 a month, A for non-techies 67, Claude Club 97, then a course around $997. And right at the very top, a mastermind you can only get into by booking a call with his team. So the cheap communities fits the expensive backend, same machine, just more steps to the ladder. So look at what actually happened. Different crowd, different feeling, different prices, but the 4 layers are all identical. So you have free content, a lead magnet, his is a free email course, a community, a paid backend. The machine genuinely does not care who you sell to, and that's exactly why it will work for you too. Now put all of these 4 next to each other because the difference between them is a whole lesson. Nick built 2 funnels off of 1 channel, a community and an agency. Nate built a giant free room that sorts his buyers for him. Sabrina skipped the community completely and just started selling her own software, and Kroeze sells cheap, then closes the big money on the call. 4 completely different businesses, but please notice this. Not one of them is winning because of better AI. Nick isn't better builder than the broke guy. Sabrina isn't smarter than the engineer with 200 subscribers. They just built the machine, and the quiet ones, well, didn't. So here's a part I really need you to take from this. Not one of these 4 layers is about AI. Not the content, not the capture, not the community, and not the backend. The biggest AI people on the planet are winning on the angle and the trust, not the tech. Because the tech is the cheap part now. A kid can get an AI to build a workflow in an afternoon. What a kid can't fake though is the machine. And by the way, watch what I did to you for the last 15 minutes. I opened up with a big claim, I kept telling you the best part is coming, I held the money layer back till the end. That's not by accident, that's the exact retention trick these coaches use. I ran the machine on you to show you the machine and it worked because you're still here. Okay, I told you they're on the same machine, but let me get even more specific for you. Because under all 4 of them, there are 5 exact moves, and every single one of them does all 5. So grab a pen for this part, and this is the cheat sheet. Move 1. A number in the hook, not learn about it, but 25k a month, 655,000 views, $10 million, a real number right at the front, because a number makes a vague promise suddenly feel real, and real is what makes you click. Move 2. Proof you can already see. Not hidden away in the description, right in the title, right on the thumbnail, the dollar amount, the result, the screenshot. They don't tell you they're good, they show you in the first second, which is a huge difference. Move number 3. The comment word. Comment video and I'll send it. It does 2 things at once. Remember, it spikes the post so more people see it and it pulls you into their DMs where they keep you forever, and every single one of them runs some version of this. Move 4. A free thing as a bait, a roadmap, a 10-hour course, a newsletter full of prompts, something genuinely good, given away for nothing. So you trust them and you happily hand over your email or your DM. And move 5, the pay thing on the back, the community, the software, the agency, the part they barely even mention on camera. But it's the only part that actually makes the money. And that's the layer you were never supposed to notice. So 5 moves, 4 completely different people. So if you remember nothing else from this video, remember these 5, because that's the machine in one hand. Now let me flip this around, because this next part might sting a little. And this is why people exactly who are better than these coaches stay completely visible and broke. Watch these mistakes closely, because you might be making them right now. Mistake number 1. You open your video with, hey guys, so today I want to talk about, and that's not a hook, that's basically vague thing. And by the time you get to that point, they've already scrolled away. Mistake number 2, you hide your proof, you got a real client result for example, and you saying nothing about it, out of shyness. Meanwhile, they've already put the exact result right in the title. Your win is sitting in a folder for example, theirs is on the thumbnail. Mistake number 3, you send people to your homepage, not on free thing, no reason to give you an email, so they watch, they nod, they think it's a nice video and then they leave. And you never even knew they were there. Mistake number 4, you've got nothing to buy. You make genuinely great free content, but there's no offer to back it up, so you've got a beautiful ad for a product that doesn't even exist. All the attention and nowhere for it to go. And mistake 5, you chase views, they chase the clear next layer. You feel great about a big view count, but they don't care about the view count at all, unless it's turned into an email. And then a buyer, same video, but completely different scoreboard. And here's the thing about all 5, not one of them is about your skill. You can be the single best AI builder alive and still make every single one of these mistakes. That's the whole point of this video. It was never tech, it's the machine. So here's the good news, you don't need 400,000 subscribers to do this. The machine is the same at any size. So here's your version layer by layer, plain and simple. Layer 1, content. Pick 3 buckets, one that gets you found in search, one that shows a real result, and one big free thing. That's your content sorted. Layer 2, capture, build one free thing that's worth giving an email for, just one. Layer 3, a small free group, even 50 people is enough to start. Layer 4 is one paid offer on the back, just one. Even at for example 2k a month, that's the whole machine at your size. And honestly, you can start doing this week. And one more thing, because it's the part nobody likes to hear, the reason this machine works isn't some genius secret, is that they run it in every single day. The same real formula over and over. The same video buckets week after week, they're boring on purpose, they found what works and they just kept going, long after it got boring. So please don't go looking for a clever shortcut, the machine is the shortcut. You just have to actually run it. And here's the bit I'll stand behind. Most of these coaches sell you the front of their funnel like it's their whole business. They teach you the tutorials, they chase views, but the tutorials aren't where the money is, the back end is actually. So if you copy what they teach instead of what they actually do, you'll build the ad and forget the product. So please don't do that, build these 4 layers. So that's the machine guys, it's content, lead magnet, free community and paid backend. The same 4 layers under every big AI coach you follow, and I just broke down here. Now you can finally see it, so go ahead and build your own version at your size. And one last thing though, the first layer before any of this is the angle, the one thing you want to be known for and the proof behind it, because that decides what your whole machine even says. So I built a free tool for you exactly for that, the authority angle finder. You paste it into Claude and it gives you your angle, your niche and the proof to lead with. And that's the hardest layer done for you, and it's actually in the description down below, pinned in the comments, so go grab it and tell me down below which one of these 4 layers are you missing right now, but please be honest with me, I read all of them, and then subscribe if this made you see the whole space differently, because that's the whole channel, showing the people who sell AI how the winners actually operate. See you in the next one.